Hi everyone. So I have been requested to do a bronzy, summery, glowy, fun, happy look for you guys. I've also been requested to please do the Mila Kunis look that she wore at the premiere of Ted. And I'll probably still end up doing a glowy, bronzy, summery look because this is much more of like an evening bronzy, rich look rather than a very glowy, kind of light, happy, airy look. So, but those of you who want to see a bronze look, just the same, this is for you. It's really kind of out of the norm for celebrity looks, which is really what I'm seeking when I do celebrity looks now, because I do have so many other celebrity tutorials and I do have a playlist for that as well. But I love Mila Kunis's looks. I've done one of hers in the past. So this is what she wore recently. It has a similarity to the one I did in the past because of the eyeliner, but this is sort of a new eye shape for her, and as well as the blush. Like normally you see her in something much more youthful, and this one is much more sophisticated but finished off with still her signature pretty lip. When you see her in fashion photo shoots, she's usually very doll-like and young and kind of left very cherub-faced, versus her in movies where you see that more black eyeliner that's very authentic to her, or her signature look. So I would definitely say the premiere of the red carpet look was definitely sort of her like coming into her own, really sort of like in that really heavy smoky look, very dramatized. If you saw her dress, that was absolutely stunning. She's got like a perfect little petite figure. The dress I thought was absolutely gorgeous and fit her like a glove. I loved the shoes. There were these beautiful turquoise shoes with a lace overlay. So if you haven't gotten a chance to see her outfit, go dig it up on Google because it's fantastic. I'll probably put a link if I can find one for her outfit in the bottom bar. I know the fashion police did not like her look, but I loved it. So I hope that you enjoy, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so to get started, I've already applied the 100% pure organic coffee bean caffeine eye cream and the all natural face magic vegan eyeshadow primer as usual. Now I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Natural at Night palette, which is this gorgeous, warm, really rich, kind of chocolatey palette with all these fabulous neutrals in it. So I like to start off by taking the Sigma E70 blending brush, which is at an angle, and we're going to go into Spotlight, which is that kind of warm buttery nut color there at the bottom. And I'm going to begin by placing this on the eyelid and kind of dusting it in. And kind of bring it into the crease a little bit just to smooth out the crease, so we don't get any creasing because this primer is pretty tacky. Taking a little bit more Spotlight, I'm going to go into the inner corner of the crease and kind of start by blending that out and back into the tear duct, and then towards the back of the crease as well. Now I'm going to take a blend of Nightcap and Cocoa Star. And Nightcap is sort of shimmery and Cocoa Star is a little bit matte, so that'll kind of even it out. I'm going to start in the outer corner of the eye, just like so. Kind of stamp that into like an outer V-ish shape. And kind of blend that in. Picking up a little bit more Nightcap and Cocoa Star just makes for kind of a very intense sort of smoky eye, very rich, very eye-catching smoky eye. I'm gonna even out the shape of the eyeshadow in a bit, so no worries, but I'm going to begin by taking just Cocoa Star on the tip of the angle, so the big angle part pointing towards me, and then just sort of carving out the deep socket. And then just sort of blending back and forth. I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit more Spotlight, and we're just going to go ahead and shade that back into the eyelid in the inner corner. Alright, at this point, this blending brush is too dirty to use for the brow highlight, so I'm going to take a very clean blending brush. I'm going to take the Sigma eyeshadow shading brush in E55, and we're just going to go ahead and sort of pat down the brow highlighter. This is a fairly medium to dark brow highlighter, so I really don't recommend it if you're really light. You might want to take something very, very, very soft. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat that down. Now, her eyelid shade is super close to her brow highlight, so if you are very light skinned, you're definitely going to see a richer contrast, because I definitely would go with something more tan for the lid, since it would really, really be a very stark contrast if it had just a very dark crease and a very light highlight, and then a very light lid. It would change the look entirely. Alright, I picked this pencil up from White Rabbit Beauty after Urban Decay sold out. I was using the Perversion as my mainstay liner, so I'm just giving this a try and seeing if I like it. It's the Zuzu Luxe Obsidian eyeliner. Obsidian is the color. It's distributed by Gabrielle Cosmetics, and Gabrielle is the parent company for Zuzu Luxe. So I'm just going to go ahead and line my waterline. And it's an all vegan eye pencil. I'm just going to go ahead and line the upper lash line. If I'm not mistaken, Zuzu Luxe is also paraben free, but I'll be sure to double check and then mention if it is in the bottom bar or some form of annotation. So I'll just go ahead, and she always has a fair amount of dark liner in her waterline. So I'll just go ahead and finish that off. And I'm going to go ahead and line underneath the lower lash line as well. You can go ahead and use something creamier. The Too Faced one is a lot creamier than this, but this pencil is also new, and they tend to be a little harsher when they're new as well, so just something to bear in mind. The Too Faced one, though, it doesn't stay put all day because it is so creamy. I kind of prefer to use that one as a color base. I'm going to go over the upper lash line with the darkest color in this kit, and it's Night Fever. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over that black liner on the upper lash line to make it stay. I would choose a matte black if you want to dust over the waterline. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take a blend of Cocoa Star and Night Fever just to soften up the lower lash line a bit. I don't want it to be super dark. I just want it to sort of soften up the eye and give off that very smoldery look. I find if I dust over the bottom lash line with eyeshadow, I don't need to put eyeshadow in the part of my eye or inside any part of my eye. That's just me personally. You can do what you feels right. This is just how I think it's pretty comfortable, and it works pretty well. For the upper lash line, I'm going to take the Tarte MultiplEYE waterproof liquid liner, and I'm not going to do a wing or a flick or anything out to the side, but I'm just going to carefully line over the upper lash line. I'm not going to cover up the pencil or anything like that. The pencil, I think, is important. It's just going to go ahead and soften up that line and kind of just serve as a base for the liquid liner, and it will intensify and soften, if that makes any sense. It won't just be this kind of harsh line of liquid liner that's just kind of sitting on the upper lash line out of the blue for no reason. It really kind of makes the whole smoldery thing to come together. She has fluttery long eyelashes, which you don't really get to really see in most of the pictures taken at the premiere, even though you're very drawn to the eyes. What you see is the smoky eye look mostly. But so I kind of can just tell that they're kind of light and wispy. So I'm going to be taking the Red Cherry DWs again. I actually really love these lashes, and if you want to mascara them up, they're super easy to do and really kind of hold pretty nicely. They're fairly short for the most part, but they got like long little wispy pieces. So I think they're pretty elegant, and if you're not used to long lashes, this will be a great way to graduate into them because they're not super full or heavy. She has a lot of light coming through the center of her forehead and her eyebrows, so just make sure that you don't bring the bronzer down too far. Now for the blush, I'm going to go ahead and take Snow Bunny, also in this palette. Make sure to swipe down like this rather than swirl, and apply the more bronzy side to the cheekbone. This is kind of like a cruelty-free version of Benefits 10, so this will work if you really like that product. I used to love that product too, so just kind of heads up on that product. Just gonna go ahead and blend that out. So I got a gorgeous highlighter. I think it looks like a gorgeous blush. She doesn't have much color on her cheeks. If you want to add more highlighter, I would go with Powdered Sun, and put that on the upper part of the cheekbone. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Duality in Sand. This is the shimmer highlighter side, and I don't take this one as often, but I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the Inglot Precision Lip Liner in number 67. And I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. And fill them in. I'm going to take color number 224, which is a bit of a nudie pink. It's got some yellow in there. That's definitely what Mila Kunis is wearing. It's not a straight nude or a pearly pink. And you totally grow to love the smell of these. I think my love for the Inglot lipsticks grows more every day. They're definitely my MAC replacement. I don't want the lips to get too pink. The number 67 liner is a nudie pink, but it's bringing up a lot of the pink undertones. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the Too Faced Glamour Gloss in Champagne Room. And that kind of nudes it back out. So this is the Mila Kunis look at the premiere of Tarte, where she looks gorgeous in her little low-cut v-neck, still yet modest little black dress in those perfect little turquoise pumps. I loved it personally. I know it didn't get the Joan Rivers stamp of approval dress, but I thought it was really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.